Sit down, please. Don't disturb.
Utrzymanie Schengen. Rozumiem potrzeby wzmocnionej kontroli.
In a visit marked by symbolism, strategic intent, and a clear shift in tone, Polish Prime Minister Donald Tusk welcomed German Chancellor Friedrich Merz to Warsaw on Wednesday, hailing a new opening in bilateral relations between Poland and Germany. The meeting, Merz's first official trip to Poland since assuming the chancellorship, signals a potential turning point in the historically complex, and at times strained, relationship between the two major European powers. Standing side by side at a joint press conference, the two leaders presented a unified front on key European challenges, most notably the protection of the European Union's external borders and the defense of the Schengen area, a foundational element of European integration allowing passport-free travel across much of the continent. Tusk emphasized the need for EU member states to work collaboratively to preserve the integrity of the Schengen zone, while reinforcing efforts to control and secure external borders, particularly those bordering Russia and Belarus. He stressed that Poland, as a frontline state, is not only defending its own sovereignty but is also acting as a guardian of Europe's eastern frontier, a role that requires shared responsibility from other EU nations, especially Germany. Protecting the border with Belarus and Russia, and therefore Poland's border with these countries, is not just a national concern. It is a common task and a collective duty for the whole of Europe, and by extension, also for Germany, said Tusk, reaffirming his long-standing view that European security must be viewed as a shared mission, not a patchwork of national interests. This statement comes at a time of heightened geopolitical tension in Eastern Europe. Russia's ongoing aggression in Ukraine, Belarus's alignment with Moscow, and hybrid threats, such as weaponized migration, cyber attacks, and disinformation, have all placed immense pressure on countries like Poland, Lithuania, and Latvia. In this context, Tusk's appeal for solidarity resonates with broader European concerns over stability, sovereignty, and cohesion. Germany signals support in a shift in approach. Chancellor Merz, whose domestic political career has been closely associated with a firm stance on irregular migration, struck a notably cooperative and diplomatic tone during his Warsaw visit. He acknowledged Poland's pivotal role in defending the EU's eastern flank and expressed readiness to assist in strengthening and defending those borders through enhanced cooperation, intelligence sharing, and potentially joint security operations. Germany recognizes the challenges Poland faces, particularly along its eastern borders, Merz said. We are prepared to work closely with our Polish partners to ensure that these borders remain secure, not only for Poland's sake, but for the stability and safety of the entire European Union. This represents a meaningful shift in German foreign policy under Merz's leadership. While his predecessors had sometimes struggled to find common ground with Warsaw, particularly under Poland's previous government, Merz's visit is seen as an overture of respect, realism, and renewed partnership. Relations between Poland and Germany have historically been deeply intertwined but often fraught, shaped by complex histories, wartime memories, and divergent political priorities. In recent years, under Poland's previous conservative nationalist government, ties with Berlin deteriorated due to disagreements over the rule of law, judicial independence, migration quotas, and broader EU integration policies. Now, under the leadership of Donald Tusk, himself a former president of the European Council and a committed pro-European voice, Warsaw is signaling a return to deeper engagement with core EU partners like Germany and France. The meeting with Merz represents a concrete step in that direction. We may not agree on every policy, But what matters now is that we approach our differences with mutual respect, shared goals, and a firm commitment to Europe's future, Tusk noted. This is not just about Poland and Germany, it's about the kind of Europe we want to build together. The joint appearance by Merz and Tusk is being interpreted by many analysts as a sign that Berlin and Warsaw are ready to play a more coordinated leadership role within the EU, particularly in the face of growing global instability and internal EU fragmentation. By emphasizing external border defense, reaffirming the Schengen framework, and expressing mutual commitment to cooperation, both leaders have effectively repositioned their countries as core allies in Europe's ongoing struggle to maintain unity, security, and democratic values. This collaboration also comes at a time when the EU faces multiple cross-border challenges: continued war in Ukraine, rising populism in several member states, uncertainty surrounding future EU enlargement, and complex migration dynamics from Africa, the Middle East, and beyond. The signal from Warsaw is clear. Poland is back at the European table not as an outlier, but as a proactive partner, and it expects Germany, Europe's largest economy, to walk beside it. While specific agreements were not announced during the visit, diplomatic sources suggest that future joint initiatives on border protection, defense procurement, and EU reform are likely to emerge in the coming months. There is also potential for closer Polish-German coordination in shaping the EU's post-Ukraine war security architecture. For now, Tusk and Merz have taken a significant step in rebuilding trust, reshaping the narrative of their countries' relationship, and positioning Poland and Germany as co-pilots in navigating Europe's uncertain future.